Oh, so you can't afford to buy me a present for Christmas this year?
I'm beginning to wish that I had Revoice, just because I'm tired of spending more than I should and getting less than I could. It's cheaper than my other phone for sure. I'm beginning to wish that I had Revoice. It's the very best choice, and the happiest thing I'll see are the features that are free. That's why I've got Revoice.
Isn't it time you upgrade your home phone? Sign up for Revoice today, and you can win great weekly prizes and a brand new Honda CR-V from Nassau Motor Company. Get Revoice home phone for as low as $14.99 a month. Rejoice this Christmas with Revoice.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Christina McNeil, and this is MB12 for Thursday, December 6, 2012, broadcasting from the Cable Talk Studios on Robinson Road. In news tonight, the family of the detainee who died last week speaks out. BTC responds to the prospect of a new competitor in the mobile market. The latest on the oil spill outside Grand Bahama earlier this week. An abandoned house off Eastern Road causing concern in the neighborhood, and local businesses have a stake in the business of giving back. We have those stories and much more coming up tonight. Your MB12 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. The family of a detention center detainee who died in state custody is calling for a thorough investigation to be launched and is also threatening legal action. Celeste Nixon reports.
The grief-stricken family of 33-year-old Gordon Talford is seeking answers after he died last Sunday at the detention center on Carmichael Road. According to his attorney Alexander Dorset, Talford, Guyanese national and father of one, was detained by the Department of Immigration on Thursday. His lawyer says he died at the detention center the following Sunday after receiving medical treatment at the Princess Margaret Hospital for breathing difficulties. Still in shock by the devastating news, Talford's fiancée, Bianca Delgarou, said the family needs to get to the bottom of what happened. She claimed Talford had no previous health conditions.
Sunday morning, as Mr. Dorset said, on Sunday morning he had called him as well, saying that he couldn't breathe. He actually called me before that, and he was crying. He was literally crying on the phone, and I couldn't even. He was sobbing and scared. He was like, I can't breathe. It's just a shock. I don't know how that could have happened. We just need answers. I don't know why they didn't offer him the medical help he needed.
Dorset said Talford called him shortly after being released from the hospital, claiming officers refused to fill his prescription. After finally being told that he could bring the medication, Dorset said he received a phone call shortly after 6:30 p.m. on Sunday that Talford had died. Dorset said following the results of an investigation into the matter, the family intends to file a lawsuit.
The intention is nonetheless to file a lawsuit, because we're talking about a healthy 33-year-old male that was doing fine, left the hospital after receiving some emergency treatment.
Dorset has also alleged that other detainees at the detention center are willing to swear an affidavit alleging poor treatment and unsanitary conditions at the center. Delgarou said this has been a very difficult time for her and her fiancé's family, who flew from Atlanta yesterday after they heard the news. She said they were planning to get married in the new year, and she still can't believe her fiancé is gone.
We were actually planning on going to see my parents for Christmas and New Year's. We were really excited, and then get married in the springtime. And he was just very proud of his little boy. Just turned 3 in November. He just wanted to be with him, and he was talking about he wanted to teach him so many things as he grew up, and he didn't get to do any of that.
Minister of Immigration Fred Mitchell said he is aware of the matter and the proper procedures will be followed and a coroner's inquest conducted. While providing condolences, Director of Immigration Jack Thompson said he planned to meet with the family this afternoon. Reporting for MB12, I'm Celeste Nixon.
Since a majority stake was bought out last year, the Bahamas Telecommunications Company has been preparing itself for liberalization of the cellular communications market. It's because of that push that even after the Prime Minister revealed that a rival regional mobile service provider has expressed interest in entering the local market, BTC's Senior VP of Marketing and Business Development, Marlon Johnson, says BTC is confident it will keep the majority of its customers. Nikia DeVoe reports.
BTC executives say they're not concerned that the government is in talks with Digicel and had already been expecting competition as of 2014. In fact, Johnson says that the company is already preparing for whoever the competition may be.
First of all, we're not surprised by the discussions. I think if you look at the timetable that were established, there was always intent that by April 2014 we'll have actually active live competition. So BTC's position has always been that what we're doing now is to prepare ourselves for that competition, whomever that may be, whether it's Digicel or some other operator.
Johnson says the network build-outs, new promotions, change of service plans, and improvements to customer service that are ongoing are all ways the company is preparing to remain competitive once the monopoly on the mobile phone sector ends in 2014. Johnson says the company has also improved the SMS service and bumped up from 3 megabytes of data a day to a terabyte. BTC launched its 4G service 1 year ago, and Johnson says once the upgrades are complete, customers will have a product that they will want to stay with.
We have been and will continue to review our package construction, our pricing. So the ambition is by the time we get close to competition, we'll have an offering that customers will find attractive. And we understand that some will leave, and that's how it is in a competitive marketplace. But we believe that if we do the right things, we'll be able to retain the confidence of the majority of the customers that we have now.
Johnson also said BTC officials would not be surprised if companies other than Digicel have expressed interest in the market. He added that competition is welcomed as it encourages all companies to continue to improve, which makes it better for the customer. Johnson also responded to the Prime Minister's comments about poor cellular service. He says that should all be fixed by Christmas.
We understand why the Prime Minister and others will be frustrated. You know, if you're on the call and you get all circuits busy or you have an issue, we understand the frustration. What we've been trying to do is to make sure we keep our customers informed to let them know that we are doing a major transformation. We're changing the engines on a jet flight that's in flight. We're changing out the network while you're still on your telephone. There's no easy or simple or straightforward way to do that. It requires some hiccups. And we are changing out not only just the end parts of the network, but we're changing out the core as well. A new billing platform, a new text platform, all of the core elements are being changed out as well as the outer plant. By the time we are done, which will be before Christmas, we'll have transformed the entire network. And that's no easy way to do it. So
on Tuesday, the Prime Minister said he hoped the company would provide better service to its customers and singled out the frequent dropped calls. Johnson says that customers don't realize that BTC is a company in transition and there is no magic switch that can be flipped to make the service perfect right away. He encourages customers to be patient and ensured they would be pleased with the finished product. Reporting for NB12, I'm Nikia DeVoe.
And 2 days after crude oil leaked from a container ship off the coast of Grand Bahama, authorities insist the spill was contained and only 3,000 gallons of fuel spilled into the surrounding water. At a press conference today, Minister of Environment and Housing Ken Dorsett said after the hole in the MSC Eugenia was plugged on Tuesday, the remaining oil was transferred to a secure tank and the ship is now docked at Freeport Harbor. It should be transported to dry dock soon for repairs. While some critics have already lashed out at the response to the spill, Dorsett stressed that the area was boomed in anticipation of possible leaks during the transfer of the remaining fuel. According to the minister, international classification of tiers dictates that a spill of 7,000 gallons or more is considered Tier 2. Now, while officials are confident that 3,000 gallons of crude oil leaked from that ship, they can't say how many of those 3,000 gallons has been collected so far. The response company, Resolve Marine, was advised by government against using a chemical dispersant because that might become entrained in the water column and negatively impact marine life. 2 aerial assessments were conducted, one on Tuesday not long after the spill and another on Wednesday. Transport Minister Glenys Hanna-Martin said during Wednesday's flyover the oil's sheen was no longer immediately visible. She has assured the situation is being managed and government is getting full cooperation from MSC and the port. She said any costs associated with pollution and claims for damages rest with the ship's owner. Meanwhile, police are still searching for the suspect or suspects responsible for the death of a 32-year-old man early this morning. According to police, a 32-year-old man of Bulldog Alley was walking along Thompson Lane off East Street when he was approached by a man and shot multiple times. Police say the victim, whose identity has not yet been released, was taken to hospital. He died of his injuries shortly before 3 a.m. Police are asking anyone with information into this recent homicide to contact police at 919, the Central Detective Unit at 502-9991, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS.